Okay, here's truck number 2 out of the model kits. 79 Chevrolet Fleetside, Scottsdale. This is a 2023 year model for M2 release 31, and the code number is R62. I got this from a guy that I buy a bunch of stuff from right down the road from me. He pretty much has nothing but Chevrolet square bodies, trucks, Blazers, vans. This is one of the ones that he didn't really care for a whole lot, and he let me have it at a really nice price. Same thing for that Desert Fox we just built a minute ago. This one I got in a trade from a guy I trade with across town, Chuck. I'm gonna bust it open. If he's watching, he'll see it. But we'll crack this one open and put it together. I totally screwed up those first 2 videos, y'all. Kind of some growing pains on not looking at the obvious stuff on the bottom of the chassis. You can tell where the front and the rear of these trucks are if you just look like it's a truck. Look for the front A-arms and what have you. But again, lessons learned, as we call that. But I did get on my soapbox about this. Is every time I open one of these things, I just get more and more aggravated. This is a 9200 pieces. It does have a chase, which this is not the chase variant. The other one, Desert Fox, has a chase as well. Didn't even check, to be quite honest. It'll be just a little easier instead of making a bunch of racket and taking a risk of losing all this stuff. I'll cut this right here. And whatever's left in here can go in there. Ooh. Gotta be quick. Thunder. We got that same terrible engine. It is not going in any of these. I guess I'm just putting LS's in all of them. If they all come, they do. Terrible. So terrible. I don't know what the hell that is. Okay. Axles are in here in a bag. The other one wasn't in a bag. It was wrapped up in plastic. This is the way most of them come in the model kits. Is a small little Ziploc. Anyway, that's empty. Here's a truck. It's like a chartreuse yellow. It's kind of hard to tell what exact color it is in the light, but really nice. Black grill. Got the black 45 bow tie. That's a nice touch. I like that. Chevrolet Performance on the door. Obvious, like a body drop. See how shallow the bed is? That's cool. Other side's mirror the same. Hood opens real nice on this one. Okay. We'll use the equipped screwdriver. Let's take the base plate off first. Makes it a lot easier. This takes the truck off of there. This is actually aluminum base. I don't think, let me see the other one. I don't think it was like that. Yeah, it is. It's aluminum, which is good. That's the way it should be, not that plastic garbage. Okay, here's the lift. Nothing too special. I actually like the one on that GMC. It's got a nice kind of red-orange color. I'm going to say this one is probably getting black wheels again because a guy I trade with, Jose, he lives down in South Texas. I actually saw he had this truck on one of his displays. We were talking car shop the other night and doing some trading. And this truck sticks out like a sore thumb in all his square bodies because of the color. And I saw he had the black wheels on it. So, not to say I want to make them all like that, but oh, you know what? This truck is a black wheel only. So it's got these 5 spokes. And then I think this is a better looking wheel altogether. I think that's why I see on a lot of these people who do these. That 5 spoke just meh. I don't like it as much as I like the other one, to be honest. This is a deeper dish, more offset wheel. That's probably why it'll get it. We'll throw the tires on and check it out. It's gonna take a minute. This garbage is not going in there. Like I said, I don't know what is that? Like, what is that? Oh, you know what was weird? The other one. That silver thing, whatever it is a different orientation. Look here. What? They're exactly the same, obviously. It's the same casting. But it's on backwards. Why? What is that? It looks like a big plastic, like plenum. And for the love of me, I should know what this is. It's what it's supposed to be, but couldn't tell you. So, either way, it ain't going in there. I don't like it. It ain't my favorite. One set of tires is white wall. One is black wall. That's going to be a tough debate. I think. Man, it's going to be tough. Let's do. Oh, decisions. Okay, let's just rule the wheels out altogether. We can pretty much agree, at least I'm going to speak for the crowd here, that this wheel, the 2 rears, does not look as good as these 2. It's more like a split 5-spoke and kind of a standard 5-spoke. I don't know. It's not. Meh. You know what? Let's put a white tire on and see what it looks like. These things are such a bear to get on. It took me probably 2 minutes of tire on the other ones. They were just kind of tough. This one's going in a little bit better. Doing the white wall on the standard 5-spoke. Just so it's a little different than the other truck. That don't look too bad. Then we'll do the black wall with the other wheel. Then we'll go from there. Man. Gotta have like micro fingers to do this. Okay, that one's seated pretty good. Give it a little jaunt roll. Okay, so we got this one. The split 5-spoke with a black wall, deeper offset. Or we got this one, 5-spoke with the white wall, or white lettering. It's going to be buried up under there a lot more. Okay, that's probably alright. We got this one. Ooh, man, that's tough. You know what? I hate to say it and be different, but we're going to do the white walls. Or the less offset with a white letter tire. Little contrast. Kind of like the same concept of doing the Desert Fox. I like the yellow lettering to kind of match the graphic package. Okay, so we're doing the standard 5-spoke. Oh, that's a wheel on the ground, or a tire on the ground. Hold on, y'all. Alright, let's turn this over. Put all the junk in there we're not using. And again, you can do however you want, but whatever you do, I would recommend if you keep any of this stuff, which I would say at least keep the wheels and tires, and probably the other set of axles. Whatever you do, have a way to keep track of your parts, just so you're not having them fly around on the coffee table or your desk or wherever you do this. That one's already put together. That one's there. Okay, we're doing that one. Here's the other white wall. Push it in on the correct side. Man, these things just don't like to go on, man. Here's a big tire, though. And that wheel's got a lot of grooves on it, I guess, so it makes a good fit. And these actually do fit pretty good. Okay, so rear tires. We're not doing the split 5-spoke. That goes over there. That's a black wall. That's the other wheel. Okay, here's a front. Not really pizza cutters, but they're pretty narrow. It's probably about an 8-inch tire. You know, in real-time perspective, if you will. Yeah, I think we'll like that. This is the other last black wall front. Other black wall. And the last wheel we need. Man, these things are a beast. Like I said, I'm just kind of grilling them on there. I don't really know if there's a tip or a trick or, you know, some kind of little cheat code I'm missing here, but the nice thing about these things being loose off the wheels is they don't have flat spots in them. Okay. There's our wheels. There's our motor. Everything's out of here. It's going in the trash. Get our Ziploc out. Let's not make the same mistake we did last time. And if I remember correctly, I already forgot now. The long axle is for the front and the short axle is for the rear. Is that right? Yes. Okay. Take the screws out of the truck. I just find it's easier to do this. Again, I'm all about comments and feedback. You know, I'm no expert. I just enjoy the hobby. I haven't put these things together all my life. Remember, guys, I'm a lefty, so I'm always in the right mind, but I do everything 180 from a lot of people. It's not always the best way, but it works for me. Boy, that booger's in there. Oh, still a screw in there. No wonder it ain't coming out. Which is strange. That means there was only one screw in the one holding to the base. Alright, we'll leave the interior in there. Okay, long axles for the front, right? So I'll show you like I did on the other one. Take one wheel, just let it rest in there just a little bit. You don't have to use a screwdriver, it's just what I do because it's available. That thing's not wanting to go in there, so we will just ease it on in and use the other one to press it on. Like I said, what I've been doing, I've been pressing them in there evenly so they're kind of seated. Again, it doesn't want to roll because it's touching. You can just kind of slightly pull both of them out until they roll free. That's what works on these. You don't have to have adhesive or anything. You probably should if you know where to set them, if you mark them. There's a certain pal who's been commenting on here. He's a big customizer and wheel swapper for me. He will probably give me chapter and verse of what I'm doing wrong and right and all the above. And that's fine. I'll take constructive criticism. You know who you are if you comment and if you're watching. And he is definitely probably the subject matter expert in this. But even he may learn a thing or two. You just never know. Set this down. Press a short one in there. Oh, that thing is loosey-goosey. That's going to be worrisome. Slide that through. Then this one's probably going to have to be pushed on pretty hard. Wonderful. Wonderful. That is not going to fly. Let's put it in the other wheel. Oh man, these things are super loose. Let me try this other axle, see what's tighter. Yeah, that's a little better. Again, that ain't much purchase, but we're going to roll with it. Okay, a little click action there. That rolls smooth enough for me. I'm good with that. That's the front. Not bad. We will put our LS engine in there. It's got two little prongs for those of you who don't know. And I don't elect to glue these in. I probably should glue them in because I'm not ever going to put the other motor in there. But these are model kits. It is nice to be able to change them up, customize them later. But they do press in pretty tight. Doesn't fall out, right? Get a little better look at this engine on this one. And we'll put the chassis back on, make sure the interior's in there seated good. Again, make sure all this is flat. And I guess, you know what, this one does take 3 screws. I don't think the step sides are like that. Or do we, oh, we missed a screw. Look at that. It is this one right. Okay, so we'll fix that here in a minute off camera. Or maybe at the end of this video. Let's get this one back together first so we can see what it looks like. There's one screw. I don't know where the other one went. Somewhere around here. I may have stuck it in the tray. Let's just, yeah, I think that's where it's at. Okay, put one in the back. Like I said, it'd probably be best if you just run this in until it touches. I wouldn't over tighten it in case you have to move it or jostle it around. It's just like putting anything back together, you know, just to make sure the holes line up. But then whenever you do run them up, just slightly tight, right? Especially if you're going to change these things out over and over. You don't want to overdo those threads. Man, look at that. All right, let's find this other screw to put in here. I believe it is this one. All right, put the other axles up. Oh, sorry guys. And this one goes right here apparently. Interesting. And then this is for the base to go in it. These smaller ones. So there is a third screw on these, which is kind of strange because I don't think that third screw was actually in that truck. I only took 2 screws off and the body come off the chassis. But nonetheless, that thing is right. This one ain't sitting too good like the other one. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Huh. Oopsie. That screw is in the wrong location. Same thread, thank God. That's why it tightened up. But I put it in the locating peg for the lift. So it actually goes in this one further forward. So the one in front of the rear axle and the one basically behind, I guess that's basically where the bottom of the trans is going to be your locator peg for your stand, your lift. So this one and this one, the one that's almost where the bed meets the cab, is your middle body screw. You got one in the rear, one almost by the bed line, and then one on the very front under the radiator, if you will. And it should sit just perfect on this lift. Come on, man. There we go. Oh, yeah. That was a nice choice. Very nice. Alright, 20-minute video. Listen to me yap and learn how to build models. But got a good look at the square body. Plain Jane rear, man. These, I don't know what that is. Good Lord, that's a terrible lens tail I'd install. Terrible. Driver's side isn't too bad. A little out of whack. Got the little plastic tab from the casting. We'll see if we can get a close-up trim shot of that. Cut that off with the razor knife. And this one over here, no good. No good. Ain't much better. I hate to mess with it more. See, that's what I'm talking about. M2, man, they have a really nice square body. Everybody loves these trucks. That's basically all they want to own nowadays. But they ain't perfect. Just know that. They ain't perfect. Bumper on this one is fairly straight, but again, for those of you who know M2, their bumpers come off like really easy. Not bad. It's a good looking truck. It'll look good on the shelf. So, all right, there's a second one. Desert Fox next to it. That's a good looking truck. I didn't think I'd like this one more than this yellow truck, but I do. Step sides don't get the love they deserve. All right, we'll open up this other fleet side here in just a minute, part 3.